Hello students, now in this session I will explain sum number 3 of question number 5. Now in sum number 3 we have 5p square minus 25 plus 20 divided by p minus 1. Okay, so let me write it in another form, that is 5p square minus 25p plus 20 divided by p minus 1. Okay, now what we have to do first, we have to see that from these three terms any common factor is there or not. So first of all we'll check out with the coefficients, that is p is present in the first term, p is also there in the second term, but p is not there on the with the third term. So we cannot take p as a common factor, but just look at the numbers 5, 25 and 20. So these all numbers are divisible by 5, isn't it? So the first thing that we'll do is we'll take 5 as a common. Okay, now if we take 5 as a common, so what we do now, we have to divide this 5p square by 5. Okay, so what will be the answer? So we can do it in the rough form. So 5p square divided by 5. Now these two 5's will be cancelled. What will remain? P square. So we will write p square out here. Okay. Similar things we have to do with the second term also. That is when we divide the 25p with, what is the common term? 5. Exactly. So 25p upon 5. So 5 ones are 5. 5 5s are 25. So what is the required answer? It is 5p. So we'll write it there inside the bracket. So the answer is minus 5p plus, now what is the third term? Now from third term, if you take common as 5, that means if you divide 20 with 5, what will be the answer? It will be 5 ones are 5, 5 4s are 20, answer is 4, isn't it? So the required answer is 4 upon p minus 1. Now what you have to do, the next step is that you have to again factorize these three terms. Now in this case what you can do is that you have to do the prime factorization, that is middle term factorization. Okay, so we'll do the middle term factorization. So what is the product, students? 1 into 4 is what? 4, and plus 5, that is what are the two conditions? You write 4 out here. So the first condition is that you need to see the two numbers, when you multiply them it should come 4, and also you have to see that the sum of the two numbers should be equal to 5. Okay, so let's start with 1. So 1 into 4 is what? 4, isn't it? But 1 plus 4 is what? 5. See, 1 into 4 is 4, and if I put 1 and 4 out here, does it satisfy the second equation, condition? That is 1 plus 4 is 5, and 1 into 4 is also 4. So these two numbers are satisfying the two conditions, that is the product also and the sum also. So the numbers are 1 and 4. So now where we have to put these numbers? In middle term, isn't it? So first of all we'll write 5. We'll give a curly bracket now, students. Okay. Now p square minus, give first bracket. Inside the first bracket we'll write 4 plus 1. Then close the bracket. Then you write p plus 4, close this curly bracket also, upon p minus 1. Okay. Now what exactly we have to do after this? We have to open the bracket. Exactly, students. So we have to open the bracket. What is there outside the bracket is 5. Let me write it down for you. That is 5. Then curly bracket, p square minus. Now if you have to multiply this 4 with p, so answer would be 4 into p. So answer is 4p, isn't it? Now minus sign is outside the bracket, so minus plus would be what? Minus. So we'll write minus, and what is another number inside the bracket? That is 1. So 1 into p is p only. Okay, so p plus 4, put it inside the curly bracket, divide the whole expression with p minus 1. Now the next step is you have to take common from the first two term, and again you have to take common from the last two term also. So the first thing that you have to do is you write the common thing first. Now, what is the common from this two term? P, isn't it? Because in the first term P is present and the second term also P is present. So we'll take P as a common. We'll put a bracket. Now if you divide P square by P, I repeat, if you divide P square by P, what will be the answer? P. If you divide 4P by P, answer would be 4P, isn't it? Now, what is the common thing that we can find out from this two? What are the common factors? See, it is in the third term it is only written P, and on the fourth term it is written 4. So we see no common factors is there. So when you come to this particular position, when you see that no common factor is there, in that case you will always take 1 as a common factor, because 1 is a common factor for each number, each term. Okay, so take 1 as a common factor. So if you divide P by 1, what will be the answer? P only. But as I said in the middle term factorization, when you see that minus sign is outside the bracket, then we have to change this sign. So in place of plus, we'll put minus, because minus minus is what? Plus. So if you open the bracket, we'll again get this plus sign. Okay students? Now if you divide 4 with 1, what will be the answer? 4. Okay? Now open this curly bracket, divided by P minus 1. Okay? Now we have to check it whether these two terms are carrying the same numbers inside the bracket or not. That is P minus 4, and they here also P minus 4. So these two terms are carrying the same terms inside the bracket, P minus 4, P minus 4. So we are going on the right track. Okay, so this step I am repeatedly saying, when you are doing prime middle term factorization, please see to this particular step where you can really understand whether you are going on the right track or not. If these two values are not same, then stop here and see that if you have taken the common thing okay or not, whether anything you have done wrong on the third step or not. Okay, so this step is very very important for middle term factorization. Now write 5 again, put into sign. Now you see these two terms are carrying what is the common? P minus 4, isn't it? So we'll take P minus 4 as a common, put it inside the bracket. Now if you remove P minus 4 from here, what will remain? P. So P, and if you remove P minus from here, what will remain? Minus 1, isn't it? Now divided by P minus 1. Now the numerator and the denominator are carrying the same terms, that is P minus 1, P minus 1. So we'll cancel this out. So the required answer would be 5 into P minus 4. So this is your answer, student. So this is a solution of sum number 3 of question number 5 of exercise 14.3. Okay, so for this session you will do only this sum, and please try to understand. If in case you are having any problem, feel free to share any question in the WhatsApp group. Okay students, take care, thank you so much and stay blessed.